Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel Top Coin, where we explore hidden treasures, mysterious coins, and fascinating facts from the world of numismatics. Today, we've got a special episode for you, one that might just make you check your piggy bank or coin jar right after this video ends, because we're talking about a seemingly ordinary coin that millions of people overlooked. Yes, it's the 2006 1-cent coin from the United States. You've probably seen it, spent it, maybe dropped one under the couch. But what if I told you some of these pennies could actually be worth a small fortune? So, grab your magnifying glass and get ready, because we're diving deep into the history, errors, value, and market trends of the 2006 Lincoln penny. And trust me, this is not a video you want to skip. First, let's talk about the coin itself. The 2006 1-cent coin is part of the Lincoln cent series, which began in 1909 to commemorate the 100th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth. The obverse, also known as the head side, features the classic portrait of Lincoln designed by Victor David Brenner, a design that has stood the test of time. Now, in 2006, the United States Mint continued producing the Lincoln Memorial Reverse, which had been in use since 1959, honoring the 150th anniversary of Lincoln's birth. This design features the Lincoln Memorial in Washington, D.C., and if you look closely, you can even see a tiny statue of Lincoln inside the memorial. Yes, that level of detail in such a tiny coin. The coin is made of zinc coated in copper, with a total composition of 97.5% zinc and 2.5% copper plating, a change that started in 1982 to reduce minting costs. In 2006, 3 U.S. mint facilities were responsible for producing these pennies: Philadelphia, no mint mark; Denver, D; and San Francisco, S. For proof coins, let's look at how many of these coins were actually made. Philadelphia Mint, over 4.2 billion coins. Denver Mint, around 3.8 billion coins. San Francisco Mint, proofs, just over 2.8 million coins. So yes, the coin itself is incredibly common, but don't click away just yet, because within these billions of coins are some rare varieties and mint errors that make collectors' hearts skip a beat. And some of these can sell for hundreds or even thousands of dollars. Now here's where things get really interesting. In the world of coins, an error isn't always a bad thing. In fact, some minting mistakes can make a coin far more valuable than its face value. Double die obverse, DDO. This is where the design appears to be doubled, especially noticeable in the date or the word liberty. These coins can fetch $20 to $200 or more, depending on the clarity of the doubling off-center strikes. These coins were struck outside the center alignment, and depending on how off-center the design is, values can range from $50 up to $300. Die cracks and cuts. A break in the die can leave raised lines or blobs on the coin. Collectors love these oddities. Depending on size and placement, they can add $10 to $100 or more in value. Bi error. A small die break between the B and E in Liberty makes it look like there's an I in the middle. These quirky errors are very collectible and can sell for $5 to $50, sometimes more in high grades, struck through errors. If something like a piece of cloth or grease interferes with the striking process, it can create unique impressions. These one-of-a-kind errors can be worth $100 to $500 depending on how dramatic they are. Of course, a coin's value doesn't just depend on whether it's an error coin. Condition is king in numismatics. Grading coins is a professional practice where coins are evaluated based on wear, luster, strike quality, and overall eye appeal. Circulated coins in average condition are typically worth face value, maybe a few cents over to collectors or resellers. Uncirculated coins, especially those graded MS 65 or higher by organizations like PCGS or NGC, can sell for $1 to $10 regularly. But if a 2006 penny has both a rare error and a high grade, you're looking at serious collector value, anywhere from $100 to over $1,000 depending on rarity and demand. Part 5. Record sales and current market value. 9-10. Now for the juicy part. Let's talk about the biggest sales and current market prices. According to auction records, a 2006 DMS 69 red Lincoln cent sold for $2,645 at a heritage auction event. Some rare error coins have reached as high as $1,500 or more in private sales. Even proof coins from San Francisco, when graded PR 70 DCM, Deep Cameo, can bring in $40 to $100 or higher. On eBay and coin marketplaces, high-grade or error coins from 2006 regularly sell for $50 to $300, with some listings asking for even more, although not every seller gets their asking price. It's a great reminder to always get coins professionally graded before selling. So how do you know if you have a valuable 2006 penny? Use a strong magnifying glass or jeweler's loupe to inspect the coin. Look closely at the date, the word Liberty, and in God we trust for any doubling. Check the edges and Lincoln's face for signs of cracks or missing features. If it looks unusual or pristine, it might be worth a closer look or even a grading submission. Compare your coin with high resolution photos from trusted coin sites like PCGS or NGC. The 2006 penny might not look like much at first glance, but with billions minted and a variety of fascinating errors and conditions, it's a treasure hunt waiting to happen. Whether you're a seasoned collector or a total beginner, it just goes to show, every coin has a story, and sometimes that story is worth a whole lot more than 1 cent. Next time you get change back at the store, don't be so quick to spend that little copper coin. It might just be the one that changes everything. Thanks for watching. If you found this video helpful or learned something new, don't forget to hit like, subscribe, and click the notification bell so you never miss another episode. Got a cool coin to show us? Drop a comment below. We'd love to hear your stories. Until next time, keep hunting, keep learning, and as always, stay curious. Have you ever found a penny from 1996 and thought, it's just 1 cent? What if I told you that this little copper coin, this ordinary-looking 1996 1-cent coin, could be worth hundreds or even thousands of dollars? That's right. Today, we're diving deep into the hidden world of one of America's most overlooked but valuable coins, the 1996 Lincoln penny. So grab your coin jar, sit tight, and let's uncover the secrets behind this unassuming yet fascinating piece of numismatic history. The 1996 penny is part of the long-running Lincoln cent series. First introduced in 1909 to commemorate the 100th birthday of Abraham Lincoln, America's 16th president. Designed by Victor David Brenner, the Lincoln cent was the first U.S. coin to feature a real person's portrait, a bold move at the time that forever changed American coinage. Fast forward to 1996. This was a time when the U.S. Mint was producing billions of coins each year. In fact, more than 13 billion pennies were minted that year across different U.S. Mint facilities, Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. But not all 1996 pennies were created equal. By 1996, the composition of the penny had already changed from the original bronze. Since 1982, pennies were made primarily of zinc with a thin copper coating. So if you're holding a 1996 penny, you're actually holding a coin that's about 97.5% zinc and only 2.5% copper. On the front of the coin, you'll see the familiar bust of Lincoln facing right, the word Liberty to his left, the year 1996 and mint mark to the right, and at the top, the iconic motto, "In God We Trust." Flip it over, and you'll find the Lincoln Memorial, not just a monument but a symbol of American unity. If you look closely, you can even spot a tiny image of Lincoln seated inside the memorial. Here's where things get really interesting. The majority of 1996 pennies are only worth their face value, 1 cent. But some rare variations, minting errors, and high-grade coins can be worth much, much more. Mint errors. These are the true gems. A 1996 penny with a double die error, where the lettering or Lincoln's features appear doubled, can be worth up to $500 or more. These errors happen when the coin die strikes the planchet more than once, creating a ghostly double image. Off-center strikes. If you find a 1996 penny where the design is not centered, especially if the date is still visible, you could be looking at a coin worth between $100 and $300 depending on how dramatic the error is. Clip planchet. A coin missing a curved slice due to a minting mistake is another collector's favorite. These can fetch up to $150 or more. High-grade MS coins, mint state. If your 1996 penny is in pristine condition, with no scratches, marks, or discoloration, and it's been graded MS 67 or higher by professional grading companies like PCGS or NGC, it could be worth $50 to $500 depending on the market and demand. Now let's talk real numbers. In recent years, collectors have paid big bucks for high-grade or rare error 1996 pennies. .1 MS68 red penny from 1996, D sold at auction for over $1,200. That's $1,200 for a penny. Another example, a 1996 Philadelphia mint coin with a dramatic off-center strike fetched $350 in a private sale. And even more subtle errors, like die cracks or weak strikes, have been known to go for $50 to $200. Coin shows, online auctions like eBay and heritage auctions, and collector forums continue to see strong interest in these error coins. So if you've got a sharp eye and a magnifying glass, you could be sitting on a small fortune, wondering if your 1996 penny is special? Here's what to do. Check for errors. Look closely at Lincoln's face, the date, and the words "In God We Trust" and "Liberty." If you see doubling or unusual marks, take note. Weigh it. A standard 1996 penny should weigh around 2.5 grams. If it weighs significantly more or less, it might have been struck on a foreign planchet. Use a magnifier. Invest in a coin loop or magnifying glass. The details matter. Look at the mint mark. No mint mark means Philadelphia. A D stands for Denver. An S means San Francisco and is usually a proof coin. Proof coins can be especially valuable in perfect condition. Consider getting it graded. If you believe your coin is error-free but in superb condition, consider submitting it to PCGS or NGC. A high mint state grade can dramatically increase its value. Did you know the San Francisco Mint produced special proof versions of the 1996 penny? These were never meant for circulation. They were struck with extra care and feature mirror-like surfaces. If you have a 1996 S-proof penny in perfect condition, it could be worth $10 to $50 or more. Some proof coins with cameo or deep cameo finishes, where the raised parts of the coin appear frosted against a shiny background, are highly desirable to collectors. Coins are more than just change in your pocket. They're tiny pieces of art, history, and technology. The 1996 penny is a great example of how something so common can be so valuable, if you know what to look for. Whether it's a double die, off-center strike, clipped planchet, or a perfect MS-grade specimen. These coins tell a story of American industry, precision, and error all wrapped into one small, shiny circle. So next time you're sorting through a jar of coins or find a penny on the ground, take a closer look. That 1996 penny might just be more than 1 cent. It could be a hidden treasure worth hundreds, maybe thousands of dollars. And remember, coin collecting is not just about money. It's about curiosity, history, and the thrill of discovery. So keep your eyes open and your pockets jingling. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel for more coin stories, rare finds, and collectible secrets. Drop a comment below if you found a rare coin or want me to cover a specific year next. Until next time, happy hunting, and may your change always be full of surprises.